Hello, my name is Sariena. I am a multidisciplinary artist, entrepreneur, scholar, and the founder of a youth-led social purpose organization called the Flaunt It Movement. So we're known for using the arts to inspire civic engagement, but today we want to talk about our why. One of my greatest God-given gifts in this world is the ability to use the arts as a form of activism, as methods to ignite social change, as engagement activities that we all can share, and ultimately as a form of storytelling. I was born, raised, and reside in Toronto, Ontario's Jane and Finch community. And some of you listening may already have a preconceived notion if you hear Jane and Finch, but if you're unfamiliar, the media has painted it to be a quote unquote unsafe, violent, ghetto place to live. But really, one, it's an intersection, but two, it's a low income community with different socioeconomic standards. And I didn't realize how poorly people saw my home until I entered high school in a more affluent area to pursue an arts education. And in grade 9, I distinctly remember that when someone found out I was from Jane and Finch, they looked me in the eye and said, "You're from Jane and Finch? Does that mean you own a gun?" I continued to feel really belittled by my peers as they judged me and believed every negative thing they saw on the news. An experience that my childhood friends shared whenever they stepped out of our local neighborhoods. Their ignorance was shaped by the media that constantly portrayed several highly racialized and underserved communities in this way. The thing is, though, violence occurs all across Toronto. It's only intentionally framed to be worse in neighborhoods like Jane and Finch. But for us, these issues are the byproduct of poverty, systemic underinvestment, and inequity. In 2018, the previous Ward 7 city councillor, Giorgio Mammaliti, was interviewed on Press Progress and said, "It's no wonder those little kids in those communities are growing up angry and killing people. I want to knock down all the social housing in Jane and Finch." And even though he lost the election, new developers knocked down acres of social housing anyway, proving that despite how dehumanizing those messages were, people agreed. And it pained me that the beautiful and vibrant community-driven spaces that I loved were being destroyed and our livelihoods were constantly being threatened. And the problem was that people who thought they knew us and thought they knew what was best for us assumed that they could start displacing and gentrifying our homes to essentially design a future without us. In 2021, Metrolix attempted to renege on its promise to donate land to our community hub space. So as you can see, there's a clear pattern of how our rights and humanity are disproportionately being erased over time. And this is why the Flaunt It Movement was born and continues to evolve. What started off as a photography series celebrating the beauty of Jane and Finch grew into a community organization. Flaunt It Movement is a grassroots artist collective and social enterprise that fosters self-love, highly seen representation, and leadership opportunities for primarily racialized women and gender diverse folks in Northwest Toronto's low-income communities. Our platform empowers our community to become self-actualized artists, activists, and entrepreneurs. Because for us, it's not just about taking action for the future generation, but also helping us currently, because we refuse to be complacent. For each example that I mentioned, we responded with a video, a photo series, a poem, or some sort of art form to help us grasp the situation, respond accordingly, and spread awareness. See, because creative expression is one of the most accessible and inclusive languages in this world, helping people to better understand not only the importance of any given issue, but also the passion behind someone's advocacy. Our movement is rewriting the narratives that the media has placed upon us in order to ensure that we can tell our own stories. We collectively do this work to prove that grassroots advocacy is so powerful and to show that any community could take action too. Because in a society that doesn't want to see marginalized intersectional identities thrive, we are doing everything in our power to reimagine futures for one another. Futures where we can afford our homes, futures with revitalization informed by residents, futures that are shaped by the changes we make daily. Because there's that saying that goes, if we don't do it, who will? But for us, it's knowing that like if we don't do it, someone else will, someone who doesn't know us. And I share these stories because there's not only power in telling stories, but there's power in witnessing them as well and holding space for them. And you can witness this work by getting involved in it and being a part of something larger than yourself. There's power in listening and learning from stories, just as I am grateful that you're taking the time to listen to mine. Because change is so much more attainable than we realize. If we can do it, You can too. You can be a part of a movement because simply caring can lead to contributions. Because again, this God given gift of mine is something that you all have as well. Because it starts with building the capacity to support local before global. And I encourage you all to look around, support your neighbors, support the city that you call home, and help us fight for equity, collective justice, and ultimately, a better tomorrow. Thank you.